Be mindful and think thoroughly. Let's watch this video clip and do the activity. How to answer questions in a presentation. The way you handle a Q&A after presentations can really shape the way everybody looks at what you just said. So, it's important to get right and know how to handle direct questions with direct answers. There are really only 4 types of questions: true, false, which is really a yes or no, multiple choice, fill in the blank, and essay. The first 3 questions are the most common and they are all direct questions. And the tip is, these direct questions require direct answers. You want to be concise. Concise sounds confident. Concise means about one sentence sounds a little bit like the headline from a news article. So, if you are asked a direct question, you give a direct answer to true, false, fill in the blank, or a multiple choice. So, the first thing you have to do is to listen and make sure you are hearing a direct question. If you are to give one sentence, give a yes or no or fill in the blank, and then about one sentence worth of detail and put a period at the end of it in your mind, and then zip your mouth. That gives room for the next question. Let's give a little quiz here. I'm gonna give you 3 questions, varieties of the same question, and you tell me if it's true, false, fill in the blank, or multiple choice, okay? Then you give an answer, a little bit of detail, period. Here we go. When can you have that project done? One question, I usually fill in the blank. You might say, for example, Wednesday looks like the best day for that project. You give an answer, a little bit of detail, period. Can you have that done by Monday? You have to listen. Is it yes or no, multiple choice, or fill in the blank? Can you have it done by Monday? That's a yes or no, so you would say no. However, I can have it done by Tuesday. See, you don't always have to say yes. Yes, I can have it done by Monday. Fine answer, period. No, however, if you need to qualify, I can have it done by Tuesday. Does Monday work better for you or Wednesday for that project deadline? That's obviously a multiple choice style question. So, when you hear a direct question, give the answer and then about one sentence worth of detail. And by the way, a lot of times people think, oh my gosh, can I really just say yes or no? I mean, that's so committed. Well, remember, you have room to qualify. You don't have to say yes 100%. Yes, absolutely. Yes, you can say yes, however, or no, however. You can give some qualifications and a little bit of detail, but make sure you still stick to about one sentence worth of length there, and put a period at the end and then zip it. That's really the key. Sometimes people overcorrect. Do not overcorrect and just give one-word answers. If you give about a sentence and put a period there, people love it. They want an answer, and it really opens up a key aspect to the Q&A portion after a presentation. Your presentation is an opportunity for you to monologue. Once it goes to Q&A, people want a dialogue. And so concise answers allow for lots of back and forth, lots of turn taking, and that's very satisfying for listeners. Let's summarize. Please fill in the blanks with the correct answers. Direct questions get direct answers. That means about one clear ... The ... types of ... questions are very similar to 3 common test questions. Number 1, true or ... or yes, no. Number 2, ... the blank. Number 3, ... choice. When we get ... one of these ... questions after a ... we should A ... for the type of question being asked and B ... it in about a sentence. When answering questions after ... make sure you don't ... and give just single words or really ... phrases. Remember, presentations are like a ... but the questions afterward are supposed to be a ... Correction, a summary. Direct questions get direct answers. That means about one clear sentence. The 3 types of direct questions are very similar to 3 common test questions. Number 1, true or false, or yes, no. Number 2, fill in the blank. Number 3, multiple choice. When we get asked one of these direct questions after a presentation, we should A. Listen for the type of question being asked, and B. Answer it in about a sentence. When answering questions after presentations, make sure you don't overcorrect and give just single words or really short phrases. Remember, presentations are like a monologue, but the questions afterward are supposed to be a dialogue.